Page 30, paragraph 74, the confidential crime intelligence documents.
Thank you. Paragraph 74. On the 19th of December 2024, the team was scheduled to meet with Mr. Adams. However, Mr. Perumal stated that there was a miscommunication and Mr. Adams was at Sun City Resort. I refused to travel to consult at that venue. Arrangements were then made to meet in Cape Town on the 6th of January 2025. In the meantime, on the same day, Mr. Perumal and Rapesu and I met at a spa in Midrand Halfway Gardens regarding the confidential documents that Mr. Adams alleges was pushed under his door. Mr. Perumal was to provide me with the documents to peruse. First, the documents related to crime intelligence. If it were up to me, and I did say so during the consultation with Mr. Adams, I wanted to charge him. I also wanted an explanation from him as to what did he do with the documents.
This is now in January, not...
Yeah, sorry, I've got...
You're moving ahead.
First, the documents related to crime intelligence. If it were up to me, I would have considered charging Mr. Adams for possession of these documents. In the bundle of documents were 74.1, receipts of a forklift in respect of which payment has been made, a copy of the internal vetting report of Major General Mudondo. This was particularly concerning to me, and I voiced this discomfort. May I explain why? A vetting document, I think most of us here would know, contains your address, your ID numbers, the ID numbers of your kids, your spouse, your banking detail, and this document is, the school that your kids go is now slotted under someone's door and they are in possession of it. It was very concerning, the amount of information that it had. 74.3, a statement from either Mr. Pinar of Crime Intelligence or Mr. Van Vieren. I'm not sure if it was a Mr. or Miss, but it was either Pinar or Van Vieren. I cannot recall the name, relating to Lushaba's housebreaking and the involvement of the vetting unit. 74.4, media articles about Mr. Lushaba's housebreaking incident. 75, these are the documents I recall because... These are the only documents I recall because I saw those documents once on that day and never again. I perused the documents and asked Mr. Rapesu to take notes. The documents appeared to identify possible witnesses and suspects. However, the names in the documents did not correlate with the list of names that Advocate Johnson gave me on the 5th of December 2024.
Not correlate entirely, because there were some that did.
Correct. Okay. Did not correlate entirely.
Okay. Then 6 January 2025, consultation with Mr. Adams.
Thank you. Paragraph 76. We all went on our annual break, and on our return in January 2025, Mr. Rapesu and Perumal and I went to Cape Town on the 6th of January 2025 to consult with Mr. Adams. We met Mr. Adams at the Cape Town DPP's office. I questioned Mr. Adams about how he came into possession of the crime intelligence documents and what he did with the documents from the time he had received them. He said that he had retained copies and given the documents to Mr. Perumal. He stated that he reported the incident to the Police Portfolio Committee and was shut down by Mr. Ian Cameron, the chairperson of the committee. 77. Thereafter, we informed Mr. Adams that his A1 statements in all the dockets would have to be supplemented because they were wholly inadequate. And what was required was actual proof of the allegations contained in his A1 statement, the Section 27 referral and the Section 27 referral affidavit. We proceeded to draft the affidavit, and if I recall correctly, Mr. Perumal typed the supplementary affidavits, and I was assisted by a prosecutor to print the affidavits, the prosecutor being part of DPP Cape Town.
Can I ask a question? You obviously spoke to Mr. Adams on the 6th.
Correct.
Did he explain to you how the documents, because you say you wanted to charge him for that, and if I remember correctly, the suggestion is that somebody slid the documents under his door at the offices in Parliament. Is that possible? I mean, does that story make sense to you? Because if it did, then they would have fallen into his lap. You know, it's not as if he was in possession of them. If somebody dropped classified things on my desk, they are there.
May I, from my consultation with him, explain why I agree with the Commissioner? When I was consulting, I was explaining to him, you are in possession of these documents. What did you do? You know that process. And I said to him, do you understand this is a criminal offense? And he said to me that it was slotted under his door in an envelope. And then I said to Mr. Rapesu, we are in Cape Town. Well, actually, I said it to Mr. Rapesu and to Mr. Perumal, because he was sitting on their own and I was on the other end of the boardroom. So I said to them, okay, we're in Cape Town. We can go to the parliamentary building and go and get the video footage. Also, we can get the register of who signed into that building on that day. And Mr. Adams' reply was, there's no cameras on that in his corridors for his offices, and I find it very strange. And then with regards to the register, Mr. Perumal told me it will be futile because of how many people sign in and out. So yes, I did draw the same conclusion as the commissioner, that this could not have happened.
I mean, if somebody left classified documents on my desk and I happen to open the envelope and I see that they are there and I report the matter to IDEC, why would you charge me for that? Because I found them there. It's not as if, I acquired them through some improper means.
Commissioner, we must look at the timelines. And that is what I questioned about. I questioned, you received in September under your door. You opened your cases at the end of October. You referred to IDAC middle end of November. That's a very long time to be in possession of those documents.
That means he had them with him for at least 2 months before he came to IDEC.
Correct. The other concern is that when you were opening the dockets, if you didn't want to give the original of the documents that was slotted under your door, why not make copies, have them certify it, and attach it to the A1?
I assume he kept them with him even after the Section 27 referral to IDEC. He did
No,
not give them to IDEC.
Yes, well, the information that was relayed to me directly by Mr. Adams and confirmed by Mr. Perumal, and it is in the recording that I have provided, it's just a very lengthy recording. I recorded the entire consultation with Mr. Adams. When I start asking Mr. Adams, where are the documents? He said, no, I kept copies, but I'd given the documents to Dylan. And Dylan confirms, yes, no, we have them.
And it's Perumal.
Perumal.
Thank you.
The affidavits obtained by you and your colleagues are very terse in content. What is that a function of? Why is that so? I do not find them to be better than which affidavits? The A1.
They were not. They were still futile.
Why is that so?
Because he didn't have anything further than what was slipped under
So
his door.
Mr. Adams could not,
could not supplement.
give any useful substantiation?
Nothing.
All right, okay.
Okay, back to your statement. 78.
Thank you. Thereafter, Mr. Rapesu commissioned all 4 supplementary affidavits. Those 4 supplementary affidavits were the only affidavits commissioned in my presence in Cape Town. Mr. Perumal did not commission any affidavits in my presence. I do not know when he would have met with Mr. Adams that day to commission any other affidavits. More importantly, I do not understand why the same witness would depose to a main affidavit being an A1 on the same day he deposes to a supplementary affidavit.
Continue.
But it also seems, isn't it a misnomer to call the Perumal affidavits A1s? Because in the docket you already have A1 statements.
You could never do that. It
Yeah.
would never, and it can't be that it's mismarked because the Mokwela docket is an A1.
Yes,
And when we were in Cape Town, there was no Mokwela supplementary taken.
yes. Thank you.
Can you just deal with this issue?
Yes,
The
Commissioner.
3 of you are in Cape Town.
Yes, Commissioner.
Together, statements are being prepared. Did Mr. Perumal have his Commissioner of Oath stamp with him in Cape Town? Because the other affidavits that we have seen, and they were commissioned on the 6th of January 2025, they bear his statement, and he's the commissioner. Stamp, sorry, not the statement. His stamp is used to commission those statements. Did he have it with him on the day that the 3 of you were in Cape Town?
Commissioner?
And would he ordinarily carry his stamp around?
No. None of the investigators generally carried. Also, the Pretoria stamp will be futile in Cape Town. But on that day, Mr. Perumal had no stamp and he commissioned no statements. That is why I sent the voice note that I did. I think it was on the 22nd or 23rd.
So what conclusion must we draw when we see affidavits commissioned by him on the 6th of January 2025? Subject to him coming to explain, of course. But because you are here and you were with him that day, what conclusion do you say we must draw?
The exact conclusion that Commissioner Kumalo used on that day. Those statements adopted.
I don't think that came from me, but I'll take that.
It was you, Commissioner. I remember specifically, I was watching it and I'm like,
Are you sure it was not Advocate Silla?
Advocate Silo is very nice compared to you. No, it is the conclusion that the commissioners can draw. Also, I can attest, and I'm under oath, and I have freely provided the evidence. The 4 supplementaries did not include Mokwele. And if I may elaborate just a little bit on that aspect, Advocate. When I say the Mokwele aspect is it's like, it's not even mentioning Mokwele in the 27 referral that I saw. It says a lady. We didn't even know the name of Mokwele when we went to Mr. Adams for those supplementaries.
Did he know the name? Did Mr. Adams know the name?
If he did, he didn't mention it. It was the Mokwele name was never mentioned.
In the voice note that you sent, and now you say that Mr. Perumal did not commission any statements. Can we, for the record, now that you're sitting there, just confirm that you were with Mr. Perumal the entire time that you were in Cape Town until you departed, and did you depart together? And you confirm that there would have been, forget that it doesn't make sense that the witness on the same day would do an A1 supplementary arising from the same consultation, forget that for now, for the purpose of my question. But there was no opportunity that you could have missed where Mr. Perumal, after all, commissioned a statement.
Except for my 1.5 hour to 2 hour nap on the 6th, because we flew at 4 in the morning, it was very tight. So except for that nap just before dinner, we were together. In fact,
Magic hour.
how would he have traveled? How would he have printed? These are all the things that played on my mind when I saw it flighted, and I was like, how did I miss this? Because in part 2, I did miss it in June when I saw the I did. I missed it until it was flighted. But that is for a different reason that I missed it. My questions then would be, we had one vehicle. Mr. Rapesu was the designated driver. He had the vehicle keys. Except for that few hours, we were together. So, and even if, let's say, hypothetically, Mr. Adams came to the hotel, where would you have printed it? We didn't even have a business center at the hotel we were staying in. Where would you have a stamp?
I have printed documents at the hotel.
Did you have your stamp? Because if he had the stamp, obviously it would have been produced when we were at the boardroom at DBB's office.
What you're saying is, but for that 2 hours, 1 to 2 hours that you took a nap, there was no opportunity for Mr. Perumal to have sat down, taken a statement, and then got it commissioned.
Commissioner, even if it was the next day, because we did have other meetings, we decided to utilize the trip. So we have another matter that we were investigating. And I didn't know that the ID didn't authorize a consultation with the attorneys. I only found out when I got to the consultation, because Perumal had told me the night before that we were going for this consultation. It was the 7th of January. So in that time where I was busy, I had a lot of other work and a lot of other things that I needed to do. So I used that time. I sat at the pool with my laptop and I was busy. So even in that time, it would not be the 6th, it's the 7th.
Thank you.
Advocate Ngube, just a moment. This is important because when Mr. Adams gets here, we must put some of the questions to him. Commissioner Baloyi mentioned the happy hour and the possibility that during that happy hour, a statement could have been taken from Mr. Adams and commissioned. Would it have been proper, seeing that the 3 of you traveled together, would it have been proper for Mr. Perumal to consult with Mr. Adams separately and take a statement and commission it in your absence and Mr. Mansa's absence?
No, it would not be. It would be irregular.
Yes, and then you were still, although you were no longer part of the case in October last year, when the issue of disclosure of the docket to the accused was being discussed, remember there was a discussion with you about the Section 27. Now, the supplementary affidavits that were disclosed to the accused, was it the Perumal affidavits or the affidavits that the 3 of you took, the 4 that you took in Cape Town when you were all there? Which ones were disclosed to the accused?
As far as my memory serves, and I've got the USB here, as far as my memory serves, I didn't see Rapeso's supplementary in the disclosure that was given to me by the team.
So the disclosure given to the accused, remember when the docket is disclosed to the accused, which sets of affidavits? Was it the affidavits that you were aware of, or was it the ones that Mr. Perumal commissioned?
When disclosure took place, and when I saw the flighted, and then when I went to the USB that was disclosed to me, which is the same copy that was disclosed, it's the 6th of January, 2025, commissioned by the schizophrenic affidavit, the Pretoria, Cape Town, Dylan Perumal.
It's the Perumal affidavits that were disclosed to the accused. Isn't that improper because it means incorrect affidavits are disclosed to the accused and not the original affidavits that were taken from the witness?
I would say that the commissioner is being kind. It's unlawful. It is unlawful. It is unlawful. It is not irregular. It is unlawful. It is an offense.
And then you mislead the court when you say to the court a full disclosure of the docket has been made to the accused, when in fact that is not the case.
Correct. And you're supposed to, by law, even if it doesn't support the state's case, you're still supposed to disclose. Because we are not prosecutors, we are prosecutors. Our job is to present the evidence for the court to decide.
I just wanted to say, a person who does that, just to avoid the you, there just might be people who might understand the you as referring to you.
I meant IDEC, sorry.
Take no offense.
You personally, I meant IDEC.
You say it's unlawful. In fact, your code of conduct says you must disclose even material that assists an accused person.
Correct.
That is in your possession.
Correct.
Yes. You said something about the disclosed docket. When it was given to you, you don't recall seeing the Rapesu affidavits, supplementary affidavits. Ordinarily, you as the prosecutor in this team, what role do you have when it comes to the disclosure of the docket? Do you look through it? Does it get given to you? Do you have any role whatsoever, even if it's a passive role? I get given a copy.
May I explain Perumal's team and disclosure versus IDEC disclosure? Even the prosecutors don't get given the original dockets.
What Perumal's team you're
Perumal's
talking
team.
about? Okay.
We get given scanned copies of the docket. We have to work off scanned copies of the docket. Advocate, may I? So even when you're drafting, you would work off the scanned copy that they have given you. You don't have the physical, which is not proper. You're supposed to have the physical docket. You're supposed to, in the DPCI matters, we do a thing called docket audit, where if we're disclosing electronically because it's thousands and thousands of pages, or maybe just 500 pages or whatever, we would sit with the investigating officer and the prosecutors, and we'd go A1, check, A2, check. That process, whenever asked for by Perumal's team, is bypassed. And the reason I'm bringing this up is I recently did a memo saying that charges must be withdrawn on another matter. Because when myself and my co-prosecutor, after numerous emails and numerous fights, finally got the A, B, and C clip, we found exonerating evidence in the C clip.
This is after disclosure of the docket.
This is when I set the matter down for trial.
Okay.
So I did a memo, and I still haven't received a reply from Advocate Johnson, stating that, one, because of this evidence. So the prosecutor and I then embarked on our own investigation. We went and checked. We confirmed with the witness. The witness then emailed us another supplementary affidavit confirming that the investigators didn't ask about these things. We attached all of that, and we did a memo saying this matter needs to be withdrawn. So and I explained it earlier, so Advocate Johnson calls Perumal's team the A-team, and then there's IDAC. So the A-team, they don't follow the rules. And that is why we did not, I still haven't seen the physical docket.
Thank you. Lastly, on this disclosure issue, is there a rule in IDEC about the disclosure of the Rule 27 affidavit?
The referral.
The referral, rather. Is that part of, as a matter of rule, it may be that it's not complied with. I'm asking that kind of question, whether there's a rule or it's as you deem fit. About that referral, is it part of the docket? Does it get disclosed?
Advocate Johnson's instructions is a 27 referral does not get disclosed. However, I am aware that a legal opinion on this has been sought. We haven't received it yet.
Received the opinion. And is there a reason that has been offered by Advocate Johnson why you wouldn't? I mean, intuitively, it seems the source of the complaint, which is an affidavit, would be part of what would be part of your docket. Is there an explanation or justification that has been given for non-disclosure?
Commissioner, when I brought this up in 2023, I was shut down as it is just not. There's no explanation. It is, I said, and that's it.
Thank you.
And I think you said you consider the Section 27 affidavit to be an A1.
Correct. It should be the A1 because it is the founding document to a docket and investigation, or an investigation leading to a docket, whichever comes first.
But in this instance where you have dockets that were already existing before the Section 27, could there be some justification as to why it wouldn't be considered as part of disclosure because you already have 4 A1s in existing dockets?
To answer your advocate, if the A1s had sufficient evidence, it could have maybe been justifiable. But because the A1s didn't have any substance, it should have, in fact, that should have been the supplementary, the 27 referral.
Okay. Can we then go back to your statement, paragraph 79?
As an aside, I recall that during the meeting, Mr. Adams showed us messages that he had received from either Minister Mchunu directly or from Mr. Cedric Nkabinde. I cannot recall. These messages were allegedly from Lieutenant General Mkhwenazi from the PKTT.
About the PKTT.
Sorry, about the PKTT.
Read that sentence again. Just start the paragraph again, as an aside.
As an aside, I recall that during the meeting with Mr. Adams, showed us messages that he had received from either Minister Mchunu directly or Mr. Cedric Nkabinde. I cannot recall. These messages were allegedly from Lieutenant General Mkhwenazi about the PKTT. I did not read the messages. I frankly was not interested. And I just handed the phone back to Mr. Adams.
Can you tell us what Mr. Adams said the messages were about?
Mr. Adams said that the messages were Lieutenant General Mkhwenazi threatening to arrest